Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. Today's video is a foundation routine, my updated foundation routine to be precise. Basically the last time I think I had filmed a foundation routine was in 2016, yeah, almost 1 year back. Definitely a lot has changed. I've been using new products, new techniques, everything. So yeah, this video at this point in time I felt is really mandatory. Okay guys, I have a few disclaimers out here. Like, this foundation routine is not going to be the most full coverage foundation routine that you've ever seen. Basically because I am not the biggest fan of full coverage, okay? For me, it's just about enhancing the features that you already have. For example, I would prefer a few flaws in the face seen to a cakey full coverage face, okay? I mean, that's my personal preference. So if you guys are interested in knowing how I do my foundation and how I ended up with this face, then please keep watching. Alright guys, so that's my bare face. I have applied a bit of a moisturizer and an eye cream. Always, irrespective of what type of skin you have, moisturize your skin and apply a lip balm and everything before you start any makeup. So we're starting off with the foundation. The foundation I'm using today is by NARS. It's a NARS Sheer Glow foundation. All the shades of the product that I use will be mentioned in the description box below. I take one pump of the product on my hands like this, and I'm going to dot it only along the center of my face, not on the entire face. I'll just tell you why. Applying foundation only on the center of the face, make sure that my foundation never looks cakey, and this is the best technique to follow, especially when you don't have that exact foundation shade. Maybe it can be a shade lighter or darker, but if you apply it only on the centers, then the difference of the foundation color from your skin tone cannot be easily visible. Because guys, if you've noticed, the wrong foundation shade is usually very prominent on the peripherals of the face, So this is an awesome technique. Once I've dotted the foundation, just blending it with my beauty blender. By the way guys, this technique was not discovered by me. I had seen Pallavi Simons of she's an Indian makeup artist in this channel called Glamorous. She had applied this technique on her clients and it was beautiful. I mean, I loved the result. I loved how it turned out to be, so yeah. So if you guys can notice, the foundation is actually on the center of the face and it slowly diffuses outside, which is how it should look. So next, a few areas of my face need color correction, like on my under eyes, around my mouth. So for that, I'm going to use this color corrector. Using MAC Studio Conceal and Correct Duo. Do color correction only on the areas where you need the correction, okay? Like this is my area, the dark circle. So I won't create a V or something with this. I will only apply it on the areas that need correction. Orange cancels out the darkness, whereas the yellow brightens the area. I know this particular mix of both of it really works well for my dark circles. In my first ever foundation routine, which I filmed like I think a year ago, I never even used a color corrector. I didn't know anything about color correctors, and it's very much prominent also because I used a concealer which was lighter than my skin tone and it looked very ashy. A few of them commented as well, like, I should use a good color corrector instead. It's like, yeah, thanks. So that's how I discovered about color correctors. As you guys can see, there's an instant difference. If you're a couple of shades lighter than me, you could use a peach corrector or something. If your dark circles are much more intense than mine, you should use maybe a really dark orange red. Actually guys, this is a trial and error process. I cannot, or no one can actually give you the exact concealer. You have to try a couple of shades, see what works out for you and stuff. Just a little around my mouth too. I don't know, I feel I look like some tribal dancer. Anyways, blending it. Next, moving on to my concealer guys. As usual, my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. Applying my concealer like that. Unlike the color corrector, you don't just need to apply it only on the problem areas. Like, make an inverted triangle or do something like this so that it blends well with the rest of your face. So as you guys noticed, I only applied like a very thin layer of foundation. Usually for extra coverage, rather than building upon the foundation, I just apply a little bit concealer. Like I have a few spots here and there. As usual, blending it into my skin using my beauty blender. You always follow a pat motion, not drag it and spoil your skin. Next, I'm just powdering the areas of my face that I corrected and concealed using my Inkloff translucent powder. This is a banana powder which is suitable for my skin. Nothing complicated, guys, just very lightly sweeping the powder. If you have an oily skin tone, you should powder the whole of your face with a translucent powder. Since I have a dry skin, I'm just using it on the areas that I've concealed to prevent any creasing, if any. So we've actually completed applying the foundation. Next, I'm moving on to a bit of a contouring, highlighting, blush and all that. For a cream contour, I'm using this concealer by The Balm. It's a very dark brown shade, pretty dark for my skin tone, and hence it's really helpful for contouring. Now, to know where to contour, pout slightly and you get to see these lines. That is where you have to contour. Now guys, for different face shapes, the contouring is different. For my face, which is an oval face, basically I only need to contour on the corners of my face. Like I don't need to do the forehead contouring or even my jawline contouring. And the product from the corner of my face. I'm not bringing the product all the way down. That's not how it's supposed to be. You just bring it like a little across the face, and the next what you do is you just blend it down so that you see the transition properly. Blend it, guys, blend it till you feel it looks pretty diffused. Next, a bit of a powder contouring with my favorite Bahamama bronzer. The powder has an ashy undertone. You should always use an ashy undertone brown for contouring. I'm going to do a slight nose contour as well. Applying the product on the sides of my nose, on the tip. Nose contouring is actually one of my most favorite makeup, techniques, because it gives that instant difference. Alright, next, using my Mary Luminizer highlighter, going to highlight the high areas of my face, that is right above my cheeks. Hold the brush like this, guys, on the tip because you want the most minimum control. On the other side as well. Next, on the tip of my nose, I really like to apply the product slightly on the tip of my nose and between my brows, not across the whole bridge of the nose because I feel that's a bit too much. And finally, above the lips. Next, I'm going to use this matte pink color as my blush. Applying the blush somewhere between my highlight and my contour. Usually what I do is, guys, I apply it like this on the apple of my cheeks and then just like blend it outwards. So last and the final tip is to spritz some setting spray so that all the foundation sets into the skin and it lasts for a very long time. So that's it, guys. The final result is right in front of you. So I've just lined my eyes and applied some lipstick. Comment below on what kind of videos you would like me to do in the future. If you like this video that I did right now, did you like my techniques, did you like the products that I use, everything, guys. So, and yeah, please do not forget to follow me on Instagram. The name is BEAUTYWITHJUDY91. So till I see you guys next time, take care and bye.